Welcome to the latest video in our series 10 Things That Make India Great. In our previous 3 videos in this series, we covered India's IT sector, India's tourism industry and India's gold reserves. In today's video, we will be talking about Indian cuisine. Indian cuisine is a culinary universe that's as rich and diverse as India itself. Indian food is more than just a meal, it's an expression of history, culture, geography, and heritage. In this video, we'll take you on a journey through the flavors, stories, and significance of Indian cuisine, exploring why it's become a global phenomenon and yet remains full of hidden treasures waiting to be discovered. India's diversity is evident in its cuisine, with each region boasting its own unique flavors, ingredients, and cooking styles. From the butter-rich dishes of the north to the coconut-rich gravies of the south, from the sweet treats of the east to the fiery, spicy dishes of the west, Indian cuisine is a mosaic of regional specialties. India has 28 states and 8 union territories, and each of these has its own culinary identity. Punjabi cuisine is famous for its hearty meals like butter chicken and paneer tikka, while Gujarat is known for its vegetarian delights like dhokla and thepla. Tamil Nadu brings us flavors like sambar and dosa, while Bengal offers fish curries infused with mustard. And these are just a few examples. This variety comes from a mix of influences, local ingredients, climate, religious practices, and centuries of cultural exchange. In India, food is much more than sustenance, it's a central part of cultural and spiritual life. Food brings people together at festivals, family gatherings, and religious ceremonies. During Diwali, sweets like besan laddus and jalebis are exchanged as symbols of love and goodwill. Onam festival is celebrated with a traditional feast called the Onam Sadhya, which includes a variety of vegetarian dishes served on a banana leaf. The concept of annadanam or food donation is also significant, where feeding others is seen as a form of charity and worship. Moreover, food is deeply connected to the Indian way of showing hospitality, known as Atithi Devo Bhava, the guest is God. Welcoming guests with delicious food is seen as an honor and a duty. Indian spices are legendary. Turmeric, black pepper, cumin, cardamom, and cinnamon, these aren't just ingredients, they're aromatic treasures that have shaped world history. In fact, Indian spices were so prized in Europe that they played a pivotal role in the Age of Discovery. European explorers, including Vasco da Gama and Christopher Columbus, set out on expeditions to find direct routes to the spice-rich lands of India. The spice trade not only enriched Indian coastal cities but also introduced Indian flavors to new parts of the world. Today, spices remain the heart of Indian cuisine, bringing warmth, depth, and aroma to dishes, while also offering medicinal benefits as per Ayurveda. Indian food has found fans in every corner of the globe. Restaurants serving Indian cuisine have become staples in cities like London, New York, Toronto, and Dubai. Chicken tikka masala, an Indian dish, has even been declared as the national dish in the UK. This global popularity speaks to the universal appeal of Indian food. Its balance of spices, textures, and flavors can satisfy nearly every palate. But despite the love for Indian food abroad, it's often limited to a few well-known dishes. There is so much more that remains underexplored. Dishes like Kothimber Vadi from Maharashtra or Surdi Undiyu from Gujarat, for instance, are still waiting to capture global taste buds. Indian food has also made its way into pop culture, appearing in movies, TV shows, and social media content. Films like The 100-Foot Journey explore the fusion of Indian and French cuisines, while cooking shows like MasterChef feature Indian recipes that challenge contestants and showcase the complexity of Indian cooking techniques. In recent years, social media has amplified this exposure. Indian chefs and food bloggers share recipes, street food experiences, and cooking tips, bringing the magic of Indian cuisine to a global audience. This influence on pop culture has fueled a curiosity among people to try Indian dishes themselves. For many travelers, food is one of the main reasons to visit India. Culinary tourism is booming, with visitors eager to experience authentic Indian dishes, from traditional thalis to street foods like golgappa and pav bhaji. Cooking classes, food tours, and market visits are becoming popular attractions in places like Delhi, Jaipur, and Goa. Tourists are also keen to explore India's diverse culinary landscapes. Tasting the delicate flavors of Kashmiri cuisine, the unique ingredients of Northeast India, or the vegetarian delights of Gujarat. Indian food has become a magnet, drawing people in with its allure of spices and flavors. Food is a powerful tool in diplomacy, and India has been using its cuisine as a form of soft power. Indian food festivals and events are regularly organized in embassies worldwide, allowing guests to experience India's flavors firsthand. Indian chefs are also ambassadors of culture, introducing people to the techniques, spices, and philosophies behind Indian cooking. By sharing its cuisine, India promotes cultural exchange and fosters goodwill, encouraging an appreciation of Indian heritage and values across the world. Despite its global popularity, a vast portion of Indian cuisine remains undiscovered by food lovers around the world. India has so many regional delicacies that are seldom seen outside their home states. There are thousands of traditional recipes, each with a story and a heritage that dates back centuries. As more people become interested in regional specialties, these hidden gems have the potential to surprise and delight food lovers everywhere. Indian cuisine is truly an endless journey. It's a story told through spices, shared at gatherings, and passed down through generations. The world has fallen in love with Indian food, but we're only scratching the surface. Whether you're tasting butter chicken at a local Indian restaurant, watching a Bollywood movie featuring delicious feasts, or traveling to India to taste street food for yourself, there's always something new to discover. As Indian food continues to travel and evolve, it's bringing people closer, building bridges, and reminding us of the rich tapestry of flavors that make up this remarkable country. So next time you sit down to enjoy an Indian meal, remember, you're part of a story that's centuries old and still being written.